Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take a look at meme coins. It's obviously a sector of the market that is getting quite a lot of attention right now, or definitely has done over the last couple of months with the emergence of coins such as Pepe and some others. I'll be honest, I've never been a big fan of meme coins myself. I've been an investor in crypto now for around about sort of 5 years, getting involved in 2018 myself. And to be honest, I never really understood the value in meme coins. I view them as pretty much worthless tokens. And I just completely abstained from buying any whatsoever up until quite recently. And I think what we saw with what happened in the last bull market back in 2020, 2021 with Dogecoin, and then the emergence of other coins such as SHIB, I think we've really seen that some of these meme coins actually do have staying power, and there is actually value and opportunity to be had in actually trading some of these meme coins. So I think purely from a trader's perspective and being an individual that is here to make money, I think that there is merit to considering investing in meme coins. It's something that I have started to dip into over the last couple of months, and I'm actually going to give a couple of picks that I'm actually invested into that I think could do well over the next bull market, shall we say. So let's just jump into the meme coins list. And here we've got the top meme coins by market cap. So we can see obviously the largest meme coin we have here is Dogecoin. And it's coming in with a market cap of nearly 9 billion. And let's bear in mind that Dogecoin is on a fairly big drop. I mean, most of these tokens are down approximately 90% from their bull market highs. So I think it's important to bear in mind that this is a very sort of scaled back market cap. And certainly when we start to look at some of these tokens, we can expect these market caps to be a lot higher come the next bull market. But what I really want to look at today is which meme tokens right now are worthy of investment and which ones are potentially going to perform the best in the next bull market. So, for example, I think something like Doge, obviously the narrative with Doge is that Elon Musk seems to love it, kept on tweeting about it the last bull run, and for that reason, the price really took off. On the back of Dogecoin, we then had Shiba Inu as well that got launched, which seemed to be dubbed as the Doge killer. Doge 2.0, people really started to take an interest in that, especially retail investors. I think at one point, I remember reading, I think the majority of like crypto.com's holdings were either in Shiba Inu or maybe it was definitely in the top 5. It might have been token 2 or 3. And when people sort of challenge them on why you're holding so much Shiba, that seems a bit rash and a bit crazy. They're like, well, it's what our customers are holding, so we have to hold it. We have to be hedged. We have to obviously hold those tokens that are reflective of what our customers are buying. So yeah, Shiba is another big one. And if we just actually go to the charts and see what's been going on, we'll look at Shiba first, but we can see that actually the drawdown with Shiba is like 93%, and it's pretty much come back to its sort of pre-hype, like absolutely crazy sort of bull market pump lows. So it's pretty much done a full reset. And we can also pull up Doge as well to just see how that compares. So if we're going to look here at Dogecoin, we can see that, I mean, Dogecoin, I want to say Dogecoin was doing nothing. Actually, Dogecoin prior to 2021 was actually just oscillating in a range against Bitcoin fairly nicely. So Dogecoin is definitely an OG token that has or was being shown to be able to hold its own against Bitcoin. And look, I used to trade alts. I still trade alts against Bitcoin. I have some other traders that were playing Dogecoin, and you were sort of buying the low of the range against Bitcoin, selling the top of the range, and then this thing just completely broke out and went on an insane rip. I mean, we're talking about prices, like I say, not even 1 cent, and then it went up. I mean, I remember this move very well. People were calling for $1, never quite made it there, but it came very close. And if we actually look at the pullback for Dogecoin, we can kind of see that it's pulled back really a similar value, around about sort of 93-94%. The one thing I will say about Dogecoin is that it's actually not made a new bear market low, so it seems to be holding up. And I mean, let's face it, with Twitter doing the things that it's doing right now, Elon being the boss of that or the owner of that, I mean, if he's going to carry on sort of banging the Dogecoin drum, then you can expect at some point he'll come out with some news on Doge, maybe some sort of Twitter integration. People had been speculating and talking about, there was speculation that Dogecoins will get sent to Mars, all this kind of thing. So I think we need to keep an open mind, and we need to kind of say, look, if Dogecoin is obviously holding its bear market lows, seems to be hanging on to this moving average here, which seems to be the 300-week. So a little bit like Bitcoin, it broken its 200-week, it's now found support in the 300-week. Then potentially we could see Doge look to sort of revisit some of its levels. I don't know if we'll ever get back to its all-time highs, but it definitely has that staying power. This is the thing with the memes that I think I've learned to respect, is that they're not going anywhere. They have this staying power. These memes are ultimately eternal, but the thing is, you're going to go through trends, you're going to go through cycles. One year it's going to be Doge token, the next year it's Shiba token, the next year it's going to be a frog coin. So they will have a bit of a shelf life, so to speak, in that unless they're able to keep on innovating, then it's likely other memes will come along and potentially displace them. So that really leads into what I want to look at next, which is beyond Doge and Shiba, what do we then have? And obviously the big one, and the one that everyone seems to be talking about at the moment, is Pepe. So Pepe is literally 2 months old. It's come from nothing. It's come from a market cap of a few thousand. It's come all the way up to 638,000 market cap at today's price. Obviously it did go higher. At one point it was above $1 billion. And we can actually see, if we just look at the 7-day performance, we can see that Pepe is up 42% over the last week, which is a massive jump to do in a week. So I think really the play for Pepe is that people are looking at this and they're saying, what is the most widely used meme in crypto? Is it Doge? Probably not. Is it Shiba? Probably not. Is it Pepe? Well, a lot of people seem to like the Pepe meme, and it seems to be very widely used. And I think, if you were to rank all of these memes in order with their popularity, Pepe would most likely be the top one. But obviously its market cap is not even 1/10 of where Dogecoin is. So you can kind of build the case for getting involved in a meme coin like Pepe, because you can say, well, Pepe could potentially start to eat into some of this market cap from Shiba, eat into some of this market cap from Doge. Obviously, new participants start to come into the market and they kind of see this and they're thinking, right, what can I relate with? What do I want to invest in? Meme coins are fun. What am I going to go for? Is new capital really going to go into Doge and Shiba, or is it more likely to go into something like Pepe, which obviously has a lot less price history, and for that reason there's going to be less bag holders, and potentially it could really fly in the next bull run. And I don't think we've seen the all-time high yet for Pepe, just because I don't think that retail money is here right now. So if you are looking at a meme coin for the next bull run, I do think Pepe is a fairly good choice. Just looking down on this list, I mean, Floki, I'd heard about a couple of years ago. I don't really know what it is, what it stands for, but it seems to be another dog coin. I think dog coins, I don't want to say they've had their day, but I think maybe the best days for dog coins are now behind them. That's why I like something like Pepe over some of these other dog coins. If we keep going down, we can see we've got this one, Tsuka, which seems to be up. But if we Doge Killer, but if we're looking at coins that are doing fairly well, that are performing well, you can see this one, Turbo. No idea what Turbo is, but it seems to be capturing a fairly sort of decent market cap, nearly 17 million. So it's ones like these to look at for me. Another one that I am quite interested in, that I must confess that I've actually picked some up of, is Wojak. So I got into Wojak fairly early on, was able to ride the first pump in Wojak when they all took off 2 months ago, and I've since reaccumulated some around about the 10,000 sats, and obviously right now, I don't even know what you call this, but I'm just going to call it around 10,000. We're currently at 19,000, so we are starting to push up on Wojak. That is one that I like, and Bob is one that unfortunately is performing not so well. It's another newer coin, but obviously since Elon banned the Bob token bot, I think it was Bob can explain, or Bob will explain, or something like this handle on Twitter, then Bob is obviously not performing so well, and Wojak's actually now flipped Bob. So I'm fairly happy that I went for the green Wojak over the Bob token. But let's dive into a couple of these newer meme coin charts. Obviously, we need to do this on Dex Screener instead of TradingView, because TradingView, even though certain exchanges, larger exchanges, have now listed Pepe, we don't have the price history. And we can see that Pepe, obviously massive run up. It's obviously retraced back down as Bitcoin has corrected and as some of the hype has gone away. But it only did an 81% decline, not 93% like some of the other memes. So that shows some relative strength. Obviously, you would argue that, look, this had happened not in a bull run, so maybe that's the reason why. It's obviously not had as long to come down. Maybe Bitcoin kept going down, something like Pepe would have kept going down. But yeah, Bitcoin is obviously starting to turn around, looking fairly strong, consolidating just above 30k, and the meme coins are now starting to get a bit of love again. So obviously, degens are starting to get excited, and we can actually see that unlike Doge and SHIB that are pretty close to their lows, Pepe has already started to push up. Obviously, we're saying on the weekly gain, it's fairly healthy and fairly nice. I mean, it's 100% up now from where it was, let's call it a couple of weeks ago. So Pepe is one that is looking strong. And like I say, I do like Pepe as a, let's say, maybe a slightly medium to longer term hold throughout the next bull run. When retail come in, I think Pepe will get a lot of attention and will do fairly well. So I'm thinking any retracement back down here and potentially looking to put in a higher low above this low at around about 800, if we were to come down to the low thousands, could probably be a pretty nice snipe, which would kind of coincide with this low here and also the highs of this accumulation period here. So yeah, I would think kind of a retest of around about 1040, 1050 would be a pretty nice entry on something like Pepe. Obviously, the other one I mentioned that I'm actually holding right now is Wojak. So Wojak, also very explosive run up. If we actually look at the retracement on Wojak, I think we came down a bit further than we did on Pepe. So yeah, 90, 91, 92%. So pretty major crash. But similar to Pepe, we're actually now starting to push up. And with something like Wojak, we've even pushed up more. We're 150, 160% up on Wojak. And one of the reasons I like this is really just because the market cap is so low. I mean, if we look at the market cap on Wojak here, we've got 13.5 million. Something like Pepe is 638 million. Now, I'm not saying that Wojak is a bigger meme than Pepe is, but it is a very, very popular meme. I mean, in this list of meme coins, where would you put Pepe? You would probably put it at the top, either 1 or 2 next to Doge, or definitely within a cluster of these top 3. You definitely have Pepe in the top 3, probably a lot closer up to where Shiba and Doge are, maybe even sort of flip-flopping them at some point. And then I think after that, okay, maybe something like Floki. But for me, the other standout meme coin or meme is really Wojak. So where should Wojak be? For me, Wojak should be a lot higher. It should probably be at least around or just behind Pepe. But again, Pepe should be a lot higher too. So if you were to say, look, Pepe could potentially get up to Dogecoin's market cap, and then something like Wojak get up to Shiba Inu's market cap, well, Wojak has a lot more upside to go, even more upside than Pepe does. So that's really part of the reason I like Wojak. And I think, look, obviously Pepe started to have listings. I think if Wojak can start to expand and get listed on more exchanges, and that there's more ease of access for retail to come in and buy this, then it's absolutely inevitable that we're going to see an explosion in the market cap. And look, I could see this going obviously up to 100 million, but even 100x from here would be like 1.3 billion. Is 1.3 billion possible for something like Wojak in the bull market when retail come back in? It starts getting more attention, more high listed on different exchanges. I think it most definitely is. So yeah, for me, Wojak is one to definitely take a look at. Maybe you want to wait to see if prices come down a little bit lower, but I think even here, it's not a bad entry. I'm certainly not in a position where I want to be selling these levels here at a 13.4 million market cap. I'm looking for definitely well into sort of well above 100 million, probably close to $1 billion is where I'm actually targeting in the next bull run. And obviously I'll just play it by ear, play it, you know, see where it goes to really. But another one that I've also picked a bit up of that I do like, which I'll probably put into a similar category, is Bobo. So obviously we've got our frog coins like our Pepes and our Bobs. I definitely think that Pepe, out of all the frog coins, is the one to be invested in. You've got your Wojak, and then as far as bears go, I think Bobo Bobo the bear is the main bear meme, isn't he? He seems to appear in a lot of the memes alongside Pepe and the other frog coins. So I do think Bobo has some potential. Similar to Wojak, the thing I like about Bobo is that the market cap is under 1 million right now. And obviously Wojak's at 13, Pepe's at over 600. So I think with something like Bobo, you really have just more upside. Obviously it's more risky. It may never take off. The hype may never come to a coin like this. And ultimately, what you're looking to do is really make a bit of an asymmetric bet on a token like this. I mean, if we look how far Bobo has come off, it's come off 97, nearly 98%. So it's come off the most out of a lot of them that we've looked at. But with that risk, heightened risk, I think comes heightened upside. And if all these meme coins do start to catch a bid, especially in the next bull run, Bobo could be one that really does well, especially coming from its lower market cap. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope that has given you some thoughts and ideas on how I feel about meme coins. I think ultimately for me, the narrative is that these meme coins aren't going to go away. They're going to be here for the next at least 2-3 years. Whether after that point it becomes a little bit difficult to buy these tokens, if tokens get regulated out of existence, remains to be seen. But I definitely think for the next couple of years, these meme coins are going to do fairly well when retail comes back into the market. And over the next few months, now is the time to start looking at these meme coins and probably start accumulating some of these meme coins in expectation and in anticipation of that retail money coming back in throughout 2024 and 2025. So yes, not financial advice. Please do not just follow what some random guy says on the internet. Take your own financial decisions and only risk what you're afford to lose, please. And yeah, I'll just wrap this up saying, look, if you do like the content, please do support the channel. I'll be trying to come up with some more valuable information in the videos going forward, looking at sort of different categories of tokens, coming up with different watch lists, how to build portfolios, and obviously doing the regular sort of Bitcoin sort of price updates and analysis. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and I will speak to you soon.